Ladies and gentlemen, a year ago today, I think, or yesterday, but a year ago, I did the first Grateful Dead. It's actually Dead and Company. Guitar Teacher Reacts. If you guys are unfamiliar, or I'll just tell you again anyway, this whole React series started because I was burnt out, hadn't picked up the guitar in months. My wife and I went to go see Dead and Company when they came through Bristow, Virginia. And it totally reinvigorated me and re-inspired me to pick up the guitar and start learning this style of music. Because I was like, why the hell is this dude Mayer taking 15, 20 dates off a summer, taking a pay cut from headlining arenas and hiring hired guns to being a hired gun and playing in a cover band? Why is he doing that? And the answer is obviously the music and the people. And it hit me in that moment, and I was like, there is something to this. So I'm going to start learning these tunes. And instead of making all these proper YouTube videos like I always did, I'm going to put the camera on and learn them on camera as much as I can, the same way if someone were to come into a room as my students, say, hey, check this out. I'd listen to it, I'd figure out as much as I can, give them the key takeaways, and it would all happen within 30 minutes. And I started doing it, and the past year has completely changed my life. I've never been more inspired and motivated to play the guitar. You guys are inspiring and motivating me. Everybody that's joined the website and is taking lessons in all my courses, it warms me to a way I cannot express. And so 1 year later, from doing They Love Each Other, a song that was absolutely nailed into my brain from Dead and Company, we're going to do a continuation finally from our Cornell 77 run. So this is They Love Each Other, live at Barton Hall, Cornell University, Ithaca, New York, 5877, the famed show. And I have heard this. This is not ice cold. This is not ice cold. So I may start and stop. I may pick some licks. I might just take it in. But this, if nothing else, actually, this is a thank you again for all of you deadheads that have embraced me, and for you, John, and for Jerry, and everybody and the boys that, after 37 years on this planet, 32 of them of playing guitar, have given me a new purpose and a new reason to keep picking the thing up. And I'm also thankful to all of you that are doing it with me. That's it. Here we go. This is such a tremendous show. Oh my God. I haven't. When's the last Cornell 77 I did? Again, you guys have heard me say this. This band I didn't get for so long because of the rhythm. It's not because of the songs or the singing or the guitar. It's the rhythm, right? It's a collective search for the middle. It's the big heavy airplane taking off, and all the little pieces have to work before it starts to soar, and then it sears through the heavens, right? This whole show, they are searing. I'm actually going to start it over. Listen to all of the pieces. Listen to the keyboard rolls. Listen to Bobby's harmonics. Listen to how Jerry... right? So sensitive to the touch, leaving all the room for the drums, right? It's this big, warm, floating supersonic jet airplane. Listen to that bass. So many good things. You hear the keyboard bum 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 bum, and then you hear Jerry right behind it. Bum 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 bum. Listen for it. I gotta go back. The fill that carries over the bar line. There's so many things. There's so many things. He could pass his time bouncing on the line, but you know he chose this place beside. I love that. Lord, you can see that it's true. Lord, you can see that it's true. Lord, you can see that it's true. So, Keith is obviously very much more of a straight on the chord tones rhythm player. He's got a great bounce, great rolls. When you hear him go through that, I mean, it's just bump, 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 bump. It's just like plunking keyboard tones, and he's like chord tones on the keyboard. It's not much of an improv like you're soloing, right? But in the rhythm sections, right, in the rhythm parts, it blends beautifully, beautifully. So I've always felt he was, arguably maybe their strongest rhythm player on keys as far as how they all blend together. And I dig the actual piano sound, but he doesn't improvise like listen to Jeff Chimenti, right? Like improvise, right? Not just 7, 4, 1, right? But in the actual rhythm pieces, dude blends probably the best, in my opinion, right? Especially these shows. There's so much space. Real quick, because again, I'm just assuming that you haven't learned this song or watched the other video. I must say, it's in G. Root to root. Then you walk up from F, doing your major third. It's a first inversion, basically. You're leading with your major third. Chromatically up to G. You can do it here. You can do it here. Right? You got to have that bounce, and it's not supposed to be the same every time. Then over to C, your 4, suspend it, hammer on your major third and third, and finish it. Other parts that it goes to, when it goes to the chorus, my favorite chorus move of all time, flat 7, goes to F, 4, 1, and then you got the goes to 4 again in the verse, but that melody is a major third bass melody. Third. Right? 3, 5, 6, 3. So it's a melody based on that major third of G. Now let's see what Jerry does in here. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Set the stage. That, my friends, was pure improv. That no one is a little rabbit lost in the forest, digging over, jumping under, jumping over, digging under, jumping over, maybe both, right? Right? Climbing, crawling the way out of the woods towards the light. No one does that like Jerry Garcia. He ends connecting some basic chords, going to what he knows is safe and that will get him home back to the verse. But that first part, get out of here. That first part, I'm telling you, a little rabbit lost in the woods, trying to get out. This is pure, in the moment, lost in the moment, eyes closed, improv. Throw it all out the window. Can you dig out of the hole? Can you do it? Yeah. Flat 7/4. Hold on, I gotta go back. I gotta get my ass kicked here. Yeah. And then what a crazy line. So he's shooting for G. I'm not even going to edit that out. You just saw me get worked. You just saw me get straight up and down worked by Jerry Garcia. I'm gonna leave all that in there because I want you guys to see. This is what happens when you try to capture, when you try to wrangle the magic. to do respect to this tune, or to any of these tunes, you guys know what I do when I do deep dives, right? You learn the original. You learn the band doing it live. Then you learn a cover. But you got to spend days on this stuff. Not one of these ridiculous videos. Days to get this right, to capture to give it the respect that it deserves. So I'm just going to go back and let him play through it from the beginning. Enough torture. I'm going to do this on my own time. You should too. But again, nobody does pure follow the rabbit out of the woods improv. I don't know the way to put it like Jerry Garcia. I mean, it's unbelievable to listen to. Jesus. That's the thing, man. I didn't get this music for so long. If you don't know what you're listening to, if you don't know what's happening in there, that may not sound like a quote-unquote good solo, right? It is the opposite of composed, right? It is harmonically, melodically, rhythmically, completely improvised. He's got targets that start coming up towards the end. You hear him get that E over that C, and you're like, okay. He's going to get out of the woods. He's going to get out, you know? And you hear him hit those little dyads, right? That piece of F and that piece of G when it goes to the chorus there. You're like, okay, all right. He's going to make it out. And he makes it out. But it's just like, I never thought that was a way you could play. Like, am I going to get out? Am I going to land? Like in every sense. And then come in right with the next verse? Dude's a full-grown monster. I'm so glad I'm at a place in my life where I can appreciate it. I could be so about Keith? Lord, you can see that it's true. Lord, you can see that it's true. Lord, you can see. Love that. I love that. it's so good. I don't know what else to say than I'm literally grateful that I'm at a place in my life musically where this found me at the exact time I needed it. Or that I can appreciate it. Not just on a macro level, but the nuance. This is one of my favorite Dead tunes. This is the first Robert Hunter tune that really. This is why it was the first reaction video I did with the Dead and Company because just the whole they love each other thing and the floaty part, right? Like that was an earworm that I could not get out of my head, so I had to figure it out, right? But it has changed over time. Every time there's a new appreciation. That solo kicked this shit out of me. You saw it. I could have edited all that out. I could have pre-listened and figured all that out and made it look real slick so I could say, hey, buy my courses or whatever. I can figure this stuff right off the bat. It's not how it works. You guys know that's not how it works. You can't pick that stuff up the way he's doing it quickly if you haven't spent an incredible amount of time dissecting it and getting used to it, expecting it, right? Learning all the proclivities of the improviser, like I've done with so many others over my lifetime. I'm only a year in on this. It's something that is still very new and mysterious to me that doesn't come intuitively, that I'm going to have to work for. But I know what I'm hearing when I hear it now. I know that is eyes closed, listening to the ear, hunting for a way out, digging for it, both rhythmically, melodically, harmonically, the phrasing, the touch on the strings. Not sure how you're going to get out. But you found that E over that C, right? You hit that A over the F. We're starting to believe, and you crawl out, and it's just, I'm just grateful that I know what I'm listening to now and that I can appreciate it. And the rhythm, the bounce, the way they all come together, the sound. This show is just spectacular. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all again for joining me on this ride. Thank you for all of you guys that have subscribed over at my website. It's the first link in the description. You get all my lessons and courses. For making all this free content on YouTube possible and supporting me as an educator and taking this journey together. I don't really know what else to say. I love you all. I appreciate you all. It's been a hell of a year. I'm so excited for the future. And that's it. Cheers. I love you.